And we'll see if anybody is live. What if you, oh, I'm sorry, did I miss your question? Can I hear you? I can totally hear you. Totally hear you, loud and clear. But when the class actually starts, I won't be able to, I got a lot of things going on and, you know, want to make, I don't speak French. Bonjour, je m'appelle Angela. Comment allez-vous? That's all I got. Yeah. Who's, wow, you guys are lively. My periscopers are very lively at this moment. So we've got about 3 minutes before I'm actually going to start the class. So just want to make sure all my Facebook group knows that they're here. That I am planning on having a couple yoga classes that go on, at least, So, okay, hi Joe.
The new generation of card fighters. Worldwide stage of card fight vanguard.
Wow.
Join Chrono, Chia, and Tokoha as they stride forth on their journey to take.
I have no idea. Anyway, okay, so we are going to do a live stream yoga class. And what I was going to say was I'm planning on have regular yoga classes streamed here on my Periscope. For my Periscope friends, I did a class this morning that was for triathletes, and people seem to enjoy it. So my name is Angela Hubbs, and I am a fitness professional. I'm known as one of the most positive and inspiring fitness professionals in New York City. And I teach yoga, I teach Pilates, I'm a personal trainer, I do many things. And at this point, my passion is helping people really get that they're awesome and that they matter, and that fitness isn't just about your body, it's about your whole life. So yeah, it's great you're in the gym an hour, but what do you do for the rest of the 23 hours that you are on this planet? So that is my mission. Oh, we got a viewer, hello! On Google Hangouts / YouTube. We have a minute to go before we actually start the class. And just so my YouTubers know, I am also on Periscope. So trying to do this online and online. I have to tell you, Periscope is one of my newest favorite social media platforms, I have to say. I have fallen in love with Periscope. I really love getting to meet people that are all over the planet. And whoever is online, let's see if I can see you. I haven't really figured this out yet. So my viewer who is here on Google Hangouts, I have a feeling a couple of you are going to join in right afterwards. So Periscopers, again, I apologize. Once I get started, I won't be answering any questions. But when we're done, I will be. Okay, so we are about to start yoga and essential oils. This is your aromatherapy yoga class. Here's the idea. I want to teach you how to take care of yourself. So if you were in a class or if you were practicing by yourself, you'd know how to use the oils by yourself. So first, I do want to teach you a couple things about the oils. Number one, there's 3 different ways that you can use the oils. One is aromatically, which crosses the blood-brain barrier, and it helps to get results in your brain almost right away. The other way that you can experience an oil is by actually ingesting it. If you ingest an essential oil, you want to make sure that it's therapeutic grade. And I will explain that here in a second. You will always see that on the bottle, that it will be therapeutic grade. If it's not, you don't know if it's safe to take, and you probably shouldn't. And I'll show you here an example. third way to experience an oil is by actually putting it on your skin. Your skin absorbs the oil and you get to experience its benefits through your body. So with me today, I'm going to show you how to do that with a couple different oils. So I'm actually going to take you right now to my spot. So I have a computer and a phone on my computer. So hang on. Okay. So the first oil that you're probably going to want to experience when you do a yoga class is lemon oil. So this is my water bottle, and this is my lemon. Lemon is great for detoxing the body. Okay, so I should have warned you. So I have 2 cats, and if you see them running back and forth, they're gonna probably want to play with me and you. So this is Marvin, and so if you see Marvin, this is Marvin. The other one will probably want to play too. So move, Marvin. Move. Okay, so this is lemon. I was saying that lemon is really good for detoxing the body and for alkalizing your blood. If I were to put a couple drops of this in a styrofoam cup, it would actually eat the styrofoam cup. So it's really good. It wouldn't eat your cells, but just take my word for it that it helps get rid of free radicals. It's the same as putting like real lemon. This is made with lemon, the lemon rind, and so it's very potent and has all the good stuff. So I'm going to warn you ahead of time, and I've done this before, you don't want to overdo lemon. So in my big bottle here, I'm going to end up putting 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. Ha! And so during the yoga class, you're going to want to make sure that you drink your lemon water. Give it a little shake. And it tastes fantastic. Okay, so we have that. And we begin the actual yoga class. Oh, sorry, forgive me. Before we actually start, I did want to show you the difference. Okay, it's hard to see. It's one of those things you have to experience. So if you take a yoga class with me, I'll make sure that you get to experience like a cheap oil versus a therapeutic grade oil. It's like anything else. You get what you pay for. So a lot of times, I didn't know the difference. Aha, here it is. When I first started using essential oils, I went to Whole Foods and I just bought like a lavender. And what I noticed is that when I used this version versus my favorite brand, which is doTERRA, I noticed the smells were different, but the most thing I noticed was that the texture was different. In using the Whole Foods version, it was greasy, it didn't go away, it just didn't feel the same. And what I have learned since is that and not necessarily this brand, I'm just giving you an example. You're not sure if this is pure 100% lavender. Like there could be other fillers in it. They could put like the filler oils in order to make it fill this entire bottle. Instead, a higher grade oil is readily absorbed by the skin. Therefore, you get what you pay for. A good oil won't be oily for very long. In fact, at all. Like the second you put it on your skin, it might be oily for a second, and then you'll notice it goes away very quickly. Okay, so we begin. I want to show you how I'm going to use one of the oils. One of them I'm going to use aromatically. So in order to balance my space, I'm going to use an oil called Balance. I'm going to show both of you guys Balance. Balance is a combination of spruce, hoe wood, frankincense, tansy, blue chamomile, and fractionated coconut oil that I'm going to put in my diffuser. If you've never used a diffuser before, it's magical. Here, sorry, you guys can't see it. So I'm going to end up, so I filled it with water. And I'm going to end up putting about 4 or 5 drops of this in my diffuser. Sorry, this is a thick oil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's more like 7, but you got the idea. And after you put the oils in, set it off. And now it's going to fill my space with balance. The combination of oils in balance help to ground the body. Essentially what that means is, especially me, I'm very, very heady. I'm very filled with air. And all of the ingredients in that one are very grounding. They're trees. They're going to help settle. And part of our yoga class, we're going to use sage. So we're going to start with a pranayama practice. And so you're going to take your sage and you're going to put 3 drops of sage in your hand. Rub it together. And then you're going to cup your hands, and this is another one you're going to experience first aromically, and then you're going to experience it by absorbing it. So that one I caught. Sorry, I caught this question. I'm actually using doTERRA oils and not Young Living. Okay, so all you're going to do, and whether you have the oils or not, you can play along. You don't necessarily have to experience the oils to enjoy the yoga practice. So if you want to join me for the yoga practice, you're just going to find an easy seat. Bring your hands to your heart. If you do have the oils, just cup your hands slightly so that you end up having a little bit of the smell. And you're just going to start to breathe. Huge breaths in, full breaths out. Breaths in, full breaths out. We're going to do a couple rounds of Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathing. And so especially now that I have the smell on my hands, if you have the smell on your hands, great. Again, if not, no problem. But in your lifetime, give this a try. I tried this last night preparing for this class, and it was a whole different experience having an aromatherapy smell as I did the breath. You're going to sit up as tall as you can, and you're going to make what's called Deer Mudra. So you're just going to bring in your pointer finger and your middle finger so that you make this shape. Bring your thumb to your right nostril. Right now I'm using Sandalwood. Aw, who is that? Aw, Larissa. Aw. Okay, so bring your thumb. I love you too, Larissa. Bring your thumb to your right nostril and take a breath in. Close both and then open the right and exhale fully. Breathe in, close, breathe out through the left. Breathe in, close, breathe out. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the breath. Follow me, and we're going to do 5 total. If you're counting along, that was 1. Inhale. Breathe out. So right now I'm using sage. We've got 2 to go. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. And then for a moment, just relax. Keep sitting up very tall and just breathe normally. Again, whether you use the oils or not, I want you to just notice how you feel. This alternate nostril breathing is fantastic for insomnia. If you have mental fog, if you can't focus, it's really good for equaling out the two sides of your brain. Here's a fun fact for you. Most of us breathe out of one nostril. Every 3 hours it switches, your main nostril. And so what this does is this kind of resets the system. So we just experienced sage. This is another oil that's very grounding. So another way to experience a grounding oil is to take a couple drops and put it on the bottom of your feet. Your feet have the most amount of pores. So the easiest way to get an oil to circulate to your whole body is by putting it on the bottoms of your feet. So the next oil that I want to show you is peppermint. Peppermint is it's actually a really fun oil, and I had no idea until I really started playing with essential oils how invigorating and cleansing it can be for the body. I'm actually completely out of peppermint, so I'm going to use what's called breathe. Here's the way best to experience peppermint or a respiratory aid essential oil. So you'll take the vial, put your finger right over the top of the vial. Uh-oh, somebody hates this. So try it. If you've not used it like this, give it a try. So, oh, you have that. I thought you said you hate that. You do, you have that. Okay, so you're going to take one drop and you're going to put it on the bottom of your nostril. Another way to experience it is to take a couple drops and put it on your chest. So we're actually going to do another pranayama practice with the experience of peppermint on the bottom of your nose. Bring your hands palms up and bring your pointer finger to meet your thumb. And then put your hands right on your knees. If you want to sit in another comfortable way for you, you can sit on your knees. Whatever is a comfortable way for you, just sit up nice and tall. And we're going to take 5 breaths like this. And I just want you to experience the peppermint. Those of you who don't have peppermint, no problem. Right now, just experience yourself, the air you're breathing. Just be present with what you have right here in this moment. Take a deep breath in, hold yourself full of air. And then nice and easy through your nose, let it go. We're going to do that again. Inhale deep, more air than you think you need. Exhale fully. So the goal right now is to inhale. Exhale longer than you inhale. So we have 2 more breaths just like that. Inhale. Exhale. I'll take 1 more breath just like that. Nice. And right now, don't control the breath. I just want you to notice what having peppermint or having your focus on the breath has done for you. In fact, close your eyes. And I know that's weird on a video where you're watching me, but for a second, I'm just going to ask you to close your eyes and be present with whatever's come up for you. Flutter your eyes open. We're about to go through the actual movement part of class. Okay, so our next oil, now that I've kind of grounded us, now that we've really focused on the breath, I'm going to enliven you with wild orange. Okay, You're going to end up taking 3 or 4 drops of your wild orange. And again, I probably have 10 drops on my hand. Rub your hands together and then hold it right over your face. Take 3 deep breaths. And then rub it on the back of your neck, right behind your ears. Wild orange, to me, kind of smells like being in an orange grove. It's like I'm running through a field of endless oranges. Yeah, it feels like heaven for sure. So now that we've been grounded, now that we've filled ourselves with energy, maybe you need a swig of lemon water. I'm going to move the cameras back and we're going to start to move a little bit. All right, let's see if you can see me there. Please bring yourself to all 4s. When you get to all 4s, you're going to end up bringing yourself into a cat and a cow. Big breath in, open your chest. Full breath out, push the floor away, make yourself round. We're going to do 4 like that. Big breath in, full breath out. So one more time, just like that, big breath in, full breath out. And then press back into child's pose. Press way back. So this is called child's play. And hang on, sorry you guys, I'm gonna make sure that you can see. Okay, child's play. You're gonna sit back on your heels, drag your hands along the mat, bring your hands right beside your hips, roll your shoulders open and look up. Lead with your heart and pour everything forward. Reach the heels of your hands forward, and we'll do that again. Inhale, rise, bring your hands alongside your body. Those of you who want a little more, lift your butt off of your heels, and then put your butt right back down. Lead with your heart and come all the way forward. Plant your hands, curl your toes under, come to your first downward facing dog. And then once you get here, just pedal the heels, right and left. You want to have this feeling right now of really opening up to the backs of your legs. Make it feel really good. If you've been sitting all day, just take my word for it. This is really good for you. Bend your knees a lot to get your booty even higher, and then straighten your legs. And hold. 5. Relax. 4. 3. 2. 1, and then walk your feet forward so that you're in somewhat of a forward fold near the top of your mat. Keep your knees bent. Rock from right to left, left to right. Hold on to your elbows. Make this feel really nice. Drop your head, drop your neck. Most people try to hold their head up. Just let it go. Like little monkey arms, rock from right to left. As we go through this practice, I want you to remember that there's no law in yoga that says your legs have to be straight. So if your knees are slightly bent, that's okay. In fact, if you've been sitting all day, it might serve you right now to keep your knees bent. You're going to stop in the middle, bend your knees, and rise 1 vertebrae at a time. Let your head come up last. Take your hands out and up. Charlie angel finger up towards the sky, lean to the right. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, lean to the left. Come back to the center and lean backwards as much as that feels good for you. And then let your hands melt to the center of your body. Half lift, give yourself a long spine. And then exhale, let it go. Nice and easy, walk your hands forward and bring your knees back down to the earth. Cat and cow 3 times into child's play. So it's going to look like this. Inhale, open. Exhale, cat to press all the way back. Hands right beside your hips. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, butt back down, lean forward. It's an inhale to open. Exhale to press back. Inhale to open. Any class you take, that's generally how it works. It's an inhale to open the body, to open the chest. It's an exhale to move back or to close the body. Inhale, open. Exhale, come forward and pause. So right now, I am going to take you through my special little sun salutation. And then we're going to do a little meditation where we'll use a little lavender oil to really calm down the body. So what I'm going to it will be the least graceful thing I do all night. You're going to curl your toes under right here, lift your butt, and just walk your feet forward to the top of your mat. Now, if you lose part of me, I'm going to step backwards, but you stay at the very top of your mat. Soften your knees and rise one vertebrae at a time so that you can come to tall mountain pose. And this is where we start. So just pause. I am going to take you through a series of movements that everyone who sits needs to be doing on a regular basis. You're going to notice a lot of the moves that I'm going to take you through are going to open your body, open your shoulders, open your chest. And that's because gravity tries to take us forward with, texting, typing, eating. So what my goal is to make you feel amazing. Okay, so prepare. Roll your shoulders back. Stand up nice and tall. Press your feet down into the earth. And I'm sorry, my online folks, I know my head's chopped off. Just trust me, I'm coming, I promise. Okay, take a big breath in. Scoop your hands out and up. Charlie angel finger up towards the sky. Reach up. Lean to the right. Inhale through the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to the center. Lean backwards and then drop your hands behind your head. Open your chest. Don't move. Just interlace your hands right behind you. Reach the fist down. Open your chest up. Soften your knees and melt over your legs. Somebody said something there on Periscope. I'm sorry, I missed it. Let go of the bind. Let your hands come to the ground. Half lift. Take a breath in. Exhale and release. Step way back with your right foot. Come to high kneeling. Interlock your thumbs. Open your chest and look up. Clasp, drop, and look up. Pause. So right now you should be feeling a stretch down the outside, down the side, and into your hip. If you don't feel that in your hip, take your hip even farther forward to me and reach over to your right. This is hard to do because I'm not sure if you're mirroring me or if you're doing the same side as me. So when I say right and left, just as long as you're mirroring my direction. Come back to the center. Bring both of your hands down and straighten your right leg as much as that feels good for you. Sorry, that's your left leg. My left leg. You're going to bend into this left knee. Turn your toes out 45 degrees. Use your left hand to push that knee open, and you feel that inside, but look over your shoulder and really let that hip open, let your chest open, and breathe. Take a full breath in. Both hands to the inside. Curl your right toe under and walk your hands to the middle. Bend to the right. Bend to the left. Come back to the center. Half lift. And then let it drop all the way down to the bottom. Soften your knees and walk both hands to frame this left foot. And then lift your left hand high to the sky. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, bring your hand back down to the earth and step backwards. Downward facing dog. Come forward. Float your knees down. Cow pose. Cat to child's play. Drag your hands along the mat, hands right beside your hips. Peel yourself open and come all the way forward. Plant both hands, all 5 fingers as you lift into downward facing dog and pause. You're going to end up nice and easy, just walking your feet forward. Half lift. Inhale and let it go. Press through both feet. Come all the way to stand, hands above your head. Interlock your thumbs, and then slide your hands back to your heart. So we're going to do that on the other side. Inhale, Charlie Angel finger, reach up to the sky. Left side lean first. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center, and then lean backwards as much as that feels good for you. Keep your chest open. Arms drop behind your head. Keep your chest where it is. Just let go. Hands behind you. Reach the fist down and open your chest up. Bend your knees and pour over the legs. Forward fold. Let your hands drop. Step backwards with your left knee. Left knee to the ground. Crescent moon. Hips forward. Hands up. Clasp and drop. So again, a long stretch down the side, the front. Keep leaning over and breathe. Take a big breath in. Exhale, 2 hands down, straighten that right leg. Use your left hand to pull your toes back to your face. Bend into this right knee. Turn your toes out 45 degrees and press that hip open. Look over your shoulder and make that feel good for a side, but then prepare. Take both hands to the inside. Walk your hands to the middle. Bend left, bend right. Come back to the center, half lift. And then exhale, let everything drop. Like you're trying to take your head between your feet. Then walk both hands to frame this right foot, right hand high. Twisted, low lunge. Circle this right hand down. Step back, downward facing dog. Nice and slow, float both knees down to the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale, cat to child's play. Drag your hands along the mat. Open your chest and look up. Again, if you want to lift your butt, that's up to you. Booty back down. Lead with your heart. Come all the way forward. Pause. Curl your toes under. Downward facing dog and hold. Little penguin steps. Keep your legs as long as they can be as you step forward. Forward fold. Half lift. Inhale. Exhale, release, and let it go. Reverse swan dive. Come all the way up. Interlock the thumbs. And I'm sorry, face up, YouTuber. I know you can't see my arms. Slide your hands to your heart. And then come to an easy seat. So we just did a, what I'll call a sitter's sun salutation. An opportunity to move your spine in every direction that it can go. An opportunity to get out all the kinks that we get from sitting all day long. So at this point, I want to start to relax you a little bit now that we've got some blood flowing. And now that we're going to come into a couple stretches that I think every seated person needs to have. So we're going to use lavender. And I know you can't see that there, no. So this is my Lavender Essential Oil. We're going to use this both aromically and topically. So you're going to open your lavender and you're going to get 3 drops or so in your hand. Rub, and cup it right in front of your face. And take 3 long, deep breaths. Now what's interesting is there's certain people that find lavender very invigorating for the body. There's no judgment here. There's no right or wrong. So if lavender for you makes you more excited than relaxed, then there's other alternatives of oils that will help you calm down. However, this is the one I picked today. So if it makes you feel invigorated, that's okay. Just be with whatever that experience is for you. So now that it's on your hands, I actually want you to take your hands and just rub your hands on the very front of your mat. That way, when we actually bring our third eye to the mat, you still get a sense of that smell. What you can also do is just take a drop or two and put that on your mat. I actually make a mat spray with melaleuca, which is tea tree oil, peppermint, and lavender. And not only does it clean the mat, it leaves it smelling amazing. You can make it smell like anything, but it's just simple water. 3 drops, 2 drops, 2 drops. That's it. So that's also an option for you if you use essential oil. So together, we're just going to come into, so I just want to show you a couple stretches that you could be doing, especially since you sit a lot. And we'll go through one together, and I'll just show you the others. That way you can experience what it's like to have the lavender. If you do not have the lavender, don't worry about it. You can just be present to where you are. Using essential oils is just another tool to be present, that's all. Okay, so we're going to come into Pigeon. Take your right leg around. You're trying to reach your right leg as far away from you as you can as you bring your left shin as parallel to the top of the mat as you can get it. Now, I can't get my shin parallel to the top of the mat. In fact, this is all I got today. So let go that it has to look like something specific. It does not. But tent your fingers, walk your hands as close to your hips as you can, and take a shoulder roll up and back. I want you to imagine you're trying to take your heart center up towards the sky. Now here's something I don't want. I don't want you to sit off on that right butt cheek unless you're completely flat in the middle. Like right now, I'm not flat in the middle. So you want to stay flat in the middle. This might be enough for you. My level 2 folks, you're just going to bend your back leg. If you can grab it with your right hand, great. You might come into, I might need to turn sideways because you can't see me at all. This is called mermaid. And breathe. If you have the lavender on your hands, just take an option to breathe it in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let go of your foot unless you dropped it like I did. And then walk forward. And now see if you can rest your third eye on the mat. See if you can smell your lavender for 5. And I don't want to completely disappear, so I won't go down. I'll keep talking to you. 4. Big breaths in, full breaths out. 3, 2, 1. Now take your hands underneath of your shoulders. Bring yourself back up to sit. Now land off on that butt cheek so you can slide your other leg around. And then just unwind that by dropping your knees to the right, knees to the left. We'll do all that on the other side. So slide your left leg around. See how parallel you can get your left shin to the top of the mat. Something I want you to pay attention to is how different your 2 sides are. There's no judgment here. There's no such thing as right or wrong. But here's what's interesting. You'll have one side that feels much different. I found in all the years I've been teaching, my left-handed people, you defy the rules. So, you guys live in a right-hander's world. So you're more even than us right-handers. Walk your hands right alongside your hips. Open your chest and look up. Level 1, stay. Level 2, bend. Level 3, take your foot into your hip crease. And see if you can hold for 5. I'm a little tighter on the side. 4, breathe. 3, 2, 1, and let go. Walk your hands forward, and again, just smell your lavender. Or if nothing else, hit the relaxation button, which is your third eye. If you can relax that on the floor, great. If it's not accessible to you, make hot potato hands and rest your third eye on your hot potato hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And land off on your butt cheek and slide your leg around. So the last oil that I wanted to share with you as part of your yoga practice is eucalyptus. So eucalyptus is kind of a special oil. It's very refreshing. It's very cleansing. And so as soon as we do this, we're gonna fake Shavasana because the last thing you wanna do is watch me laying down on the floor. But I want you to take a Shavasana of at least 5 breaths or so here on the floor. And as soon as you're done, if you have eucalyptus oil, you're gonna take a hot shower. And during your hot shower, you'll take 3 drops of eucalyptus and allow the water to be filled. The whole bathroom will be filled with the smell of eucalyptus. And by the time you're done with your hot shower, and hang on, it's summertime here. It's already hot here, so if you need a cold shower, that's fine. But when you walk out, you're gonna feel completely new, as if you've just scrubbed every cell in your body. Whether that's your experience or not is totally fine. That's my experience, is that using eucalyptus after a really nice yoga stretch, a yoga practice, even a meditation practice, I feel like I've taken every cell and scrubbed it. So today, and hang on, I'll move us closer to my oils. Ah, sorry, Periscope. Hang on, I'm coming. Sorry. So I'm gonna walk us closer so that I can kind of tell you one more time the oils we used. That way, if you wanna start using them in your yoga practice, you can. So right now, in my diffuser, and my YouTubers can see my diffuser. Ooh, my diffuser. In my diffuser, I have a grounding oil. This particular blend has spruce, hoe wood, frankincense, tansy, chamomile. If I didn't have the grounding oil, I would have just put, where's it at? I would have just put sage. I would have just put sage in my diffuser. So the idea is that I always have a grounding, very pleasant oil to sit with while I do the yoga practice. Next, we ended up doing a pranayama with sage, which again is very grounding. Think about it like a tree. So when you do a yoga practice, you want to grow the tree from the bottom up. So finding your roots, growing the roots, and then the invigorating part is the leaves. So we start by grounding with sage. That's when we did Nadi Shodhana, which is the alternate nostril breathing. And like I said, if you get a chance to experience alternate nostril breathing with a scent, and it doesn't matter the scent, so if you have lavender, give it a try and see how you experience Nadi Shodhana with lavender. If you have eucalyptus, try it with eucalyptus. This is not in stone. You can play with how these oils work in your life. So sage was the second one. We put lemon in the water for cleansing. You can use lime. I tried peppermint once. It was extremely strong. I actually like lemon. I wouldn't use peppermint again. However, my breath was good for the rest of the week. Next, we used peppermint. I used Breathe because I'm out of peppermint, but Breathe has laurel leaf, eucalyptus, peppermint, melaleuca, lemon, rensvara, cardamom. And we ended up using the peppermint. You take the cap off and you end up putting it on the bottom of your nose and maybe taking a couple drops and putting it on your chest so that you can really focus on the breath. Taking 5 deep breaths to start the practice gets your mind really focused on using the breath as a meditation. Next, we ended up using, where is it? Oh, did I move it? Ah, here it is. It was under my leg. Wild orange. So remember, we were building our practice like a tree. We started grounding. Next, we went to breath. Love it. I have meditation music playing. Oh, nice. So then, to enliven the practice, to bring some energy, you end up using wild orange. There's other citrus essential oils such as grapefruit, bergamot, that can also enliven your practice. And so at this point, I show you these many different options so that you can choose what you need at the time. So there might be some practices you don't need any more energy. There might be some practices where you need to ground more than you need to enliven, but I wanted to give you that option. And then lastly, we used lavender. Lavender is one of my favorite things for people in Shavasana. I end up putting it right here on the third eye. I go around to the temples. These are all what's called sen lines. So right in the third eye, around to the temples, on the ears, and then relax. So if I were to use this by myself, I do the same thing, right? Actually, I'd put it on my, I'd put it on my pointer finger, right here, around, rub my ears, and then lay flat. And then lastly, I said lastly twice, I know, is the eucalyptus. And this is after the practice. You're already smelling like a spa, right? But when you leave, having that sense of complete clarity, of complete cleanliness, of just being refreshed. This is the best way, is to end with eucalyptus. With that, do you guys have any questions? I'm not sure. Let me see if I can get my, see if I can see my other folks. No. Oh. So I'm so sorry. So I can't see my folk over here on my Google Hangout / YouTube channel. But you guys, thank you guys so much for joining. If you do not have these oils available to you, first of all, let me just tell you, I love essential oils, and I'm not married to whatever brand you use, but really own starting to take care of your health. So right now, I think I have 3 over here and 1 person over here. You guys are so welcome, since you are here, to get a free consult with me if you want to learn how to start to integrate these in not just your yoga practice, but into your life. So my name is Angela Hubbs. Sorry for those of you who don't actually know me. Please email me, angela@angelahubbs.com, and we'll set it up so that we can talk about how to add essential oils into your life. And to get you some, I'll get you a deal. How's that? Angela@angelahubbs. And let me support you in taking on your yoga practice, on taking on your health, and whether it's with essential oils or not. Again, I'm not married to it, but I love them. So I'm going to stop talking. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your night. I'll probably end up doing something like this once a month. So keep checking back. We'll do some more yoga together. Thank you guys so much.